moving up to a brighter place. Make the fine move with Nellions.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, or good morning from wherever it is in the globe you're tuning in from. This is Property Focus, your window into the world of architecture, building, construction, and real estate. Now, you guessed it, I'm here with the boys in purple from Nellions. How are you doing? Good, good, good. And we're about to do some moving business. Now, rarely do we ever talk about this, but today we'll find out about a hustle-free company that moves without breakage of any glass, damage to any furniture, and right here on NTV, we're gonna have a word with the captain, the CEO of the company, and what makes Nellions Relocating and Moving the very best moving company in Kenya, or East Africa for that matter. I'm your host, Peter Ngigi. Let's get into it. Turn it. Now, located on Moringa Road in Kilimani, Nairobi, sits a 10-year-old company that understands the client's needs when it comes to moving matters. Nellions Moving and Relocations Company offers residential, office, commercial, and when I say commercial, I mean even factory machinery to even international moving. And they're not gender biased. They've also got ladies working there. Now, we're going to be looking at a few things with moving, and we're going to have a chat with these lads about moving and relocating. Stay tuned. Now, I know we said we're going to be talking to some lads, but we've got one lady here called Cecilia, who was a point of contact actually when I reached out to them. Welcome to Property Focus.
Thank you, Peter.
Brilliant. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Uva Cecilia. I've been working for Nellions for the last 5 years. I've been in the moving industry for the last 7 or 8 years. I started off as an intern, straight out of high school, just before joining college. I didn't know nothing else other than the school life, and now you coming to the market for something you've never had, never experienced before. You're just curious to understand what is it that moving does. And that is how I've come to learn moving, and every day is a learning day, despite being there for the last 8 years.
Wonderful, and you're doing a fantastic job. You guys handled me perfectly well. Now tell us about the steps. I know them, but for our viewers, please, just tell them, how do you engage?
With the moment you make a call, our point of contact, you'll find Didi. She's going to guide you. She'll advise you based on your needs or what kind of a house you're moving. She'll advise you whether we need to do a pre-move assessment or we are going to do a video call and then get to understand your needs. Based on your needs, because every move is unique. You'll find Peter's house is not Cecilia's house. So in that way, we treat each move uniquely based on its needs. So based on that, we'll guide you on the next step, which will be, we do a quotation, we guide you on how the move is going to be executed from the point the team comes to your house to the end, and what timelines are we looking at to have you fully settled in your destination house. After we now make the confirmation, we do the billing, we send you a quotation, you confirm, and we now set for the day. We'll send you a message confirming who is going to be your point of contact on the move day. This is the person who is going to take lead of the team.
And this is the captain.
The
moving captain.
Yes. So he's going to guide you. He's going to take charge of the team, and he's also going to be your point of contact.
Yes.
Should you need something from the office or should you need something executed, he'll be your hands-on person. So he will chat with your move plan as well, based on what they have seen in the team that he has for the day. How much do they expect to pack with? How long do they expect to be in transit? And how long by what time do they expect to have settled you in? So that you can also make plan on when to let your family come or get your kids from where you've taken them the day for the move.
And we're going to have a word with the moving captain much later on for him to tell us what he does. So once you have that done, I understand you even take your portraits, you even move nails for nails and put them on walls.
Correct. So we make sure that we settle you in. We make sure your house is functional as we picked you from your origin house. Your portraits are done, your washing machine is working, your DSTV is done, your TV is set up.
Even DSTV?
Even DSTV.
Even Wi-Fi?
Even Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We will ensure you are set and you can continue basically nowadays it's working from home. We're barely going to the office. So we'll ensure your downtime even on that day, it's very minimal.
What about charges? How do you go about estimating a cost for a move?
The cost for a move is dependent on various factors. There is the volume or the size of your house. These determine what kind of truckload do you need. Is it a big truck? Is it a small truck? Does it make one trip, 2 trips or so? This truck right here is for 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom. Some 3 bedrooms will not fit because some are huge than others. It will also depend with how much time are we looking at. Because some moves will take a day, some will take 2 days based on the size of the house and the requirements for setting up. And then it also depends with the distance. How far are you moving? Are you moving within Nairobi? Are you moving to another town within Kenya, or are you moving internationally? So the distance also is also a very huge factor when it comes to costing. It also depends on the nature of your goods. Mm-hmm. You find some goods are antique. Yes. They have pianos. They have goods that require special handling because you can't just, there are some items you don't just move. The techniques involved around, the technique of moving the items is quite different from just any other item.
Other than that, what other services do you provide?
We offer storage services for the clients who are looking to renovate their houses, for people who are moving abroad for some reason and they don't want to move with their furniture. We offer storage services. Okay. We also offer international removals for people who are moving outside Kenya, be it to Europe, be it to the US, other parts of Africa. We offer cross-border moving for the East Africa community countries. Mm-hmm. We also offer handyman services. When you need your DSTV done, if you need shelves installed, if you have bought new furniture from China or from Turkey and you want it installed, we're happy to do that.
Yeah, because I saw they could assemble beds, they could do a pantry area, kitchen, really spot on team. So where can we find you? How can we reach you? Which numbers can we call?
We are on social media at Nellions Moving, on Instagram, at Nellions Moving on Twitter, Nellions Moving and Relocations on Facebook. You can call us on 0700 000002 or 0788 000001, or you can reach out on move@nellions.co.ke. We'll be happy to serve you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Give us your parting shot, Cecilia.
Moving has been rated one of the most stressful things that you can undertake in your lifetime. We at Nellions are happy to ease the stress out of your experience. Call us any day.
Well, indeed. I called them. It was a fantastic experience. Cecilia attended to me and we thought it was only right for her to come on to Property Focus Show. Now we're going to take a short commercial break to pay some bills, but when we're back, we've got more with the moving captain. Stay tuned. Now welcome back from the commercial break. Now I told you we're going to have a chat with the captain, and we've got Captain Maxwell over here to just tell us a little bit more about the job. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us about yourself.
My name is Mover Maxwell, working with the Nellions Moving and Relocations Company. Currently, I'm a student at university, taking a master's in criminology studies, taking moving as my profession for the time being as I await my graduation, which is due next year. I've been doing moving for the last 3 years. Finally, after my hard work, I managed to become a captain for the last 2 years. I've been captaining various moves from this company.
Well done. Much respect, by the way, first of all. And all the best in your graduation and your master's in criminology.
Asante, thank you.
How do you take a client through a move?
First of all, once you arrive at a client premises, we all understand we are in a pandemic. We are handling COVID-19, so the first protocol, we have to request for hand sanitizer in the client's house once we arrive, or we can ask for the client to provide us with a place to wash our hands. Actually, we always carry our soap with us, so we don't need the soap from you. We just need the sink. We wash our hands. After that, I introduce myself and my assistant to the team, because we first do a walkthrough together with my assistant captain. So we make an introduction of ourselves. I make an introduction of the documents I'm going to use over the day. The documents might include a notebook where I'll be recording any pre-existing damages. So if I see scratches, maybe let's say cracks that were there just before we move, I'll just show them to you, we record them down. I'll give you a document called an important notice. On the important notice, we have a record of the things, of some of the personal effects, some of the things that we movers don't pack. What we do, we can provide you with a box, and you have to handle those items for yourselves. For example, title deeds, some important education documents, jewelry, maybe expensive perfumes, watches, and etc. That is the first process. So yes. After that, we requested the client to give us that walkthrough of the house. What we do in the walkthrough, we make sure we label the rooms as they are, but we prefer labeling them as you want them in the other house. So if there is any furniture moving, you want it in the corridor, we label it corridor. If you want it in the lawn, we label it lawn. If you want it in room 1, we'll put it as room 1. Yes, then after that, I'll give, after seeing the kind of work we have, I'll discuss with the client my targets. According to how I've seen the goods, how I've seen the work, I'll give her or him the targets that I have for the day. I'll give her or him the game plan I have for the day. And then I'll bring my team together, introduce my team to the client. Then after that, we'll bring our materials up and start working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question on everybody's mind. How safe are the goods?
For us, we make sure your goods are very safe for us. Starting from the packing. The packing is where we ensure the first safety of the goods. We make sure any, let's say, furnitures. We have some furniture with expensive varnishes. We have some antique furnitures. We have fragile furnitures. So what we do, for the fragile furnitures, let's say it's not big enough. We have crates, we have different sizes of crates. We have big crates, we have small crates. So depending on the size of the fragile item, let's say glass, we make sure we wrap it with a bubble wrap. If not a bubble wrap, we have a white paper. They are just pieces of paper. Wrap it properly. Make sure on the crate there is enough damage at the bottom.
Damage?
Yes, damage. Let's say used papers or whatever, we just place them down just to avoid the impact. Yes. And we make sure the crate is plastic and it's lockable. So if you put something on top of it, your thing is inside, is safely inside. If it is huge enough, we have microfiber mover blankets. So we wrap them properly with the microfiber mover blankets, and we have to indicate on top with the masking tape, very fragile item, handled with care.
Yes.
So whenever we are handling them, we'll always take a priority of the item. Make sure when it is being stuffed in the truck, it is placed somewhere where it's safe. Maybe let's say between mattresses, let's say inside maybe a plastic thing, or just between two strong furnitures that cannot press it. Our handling, all our movers are trained on how to handle items, specific items. So whenever you are carrying things, we carry them carefully. Whenever we are packing things, we pack them very carefully in such a way that we avoid any damage. If the item is too big or too small to fit through the door, we don't squeeze items in. We find an alternative. We can just we decide to use the balcony. Take the items down through the balcony just for the safety items. So trust us. Once we have your items, they will be very safe.
Wonderful. And actually, I used Nellions some time back, and I don't think there was any breakage. Just one portrait, but you brought it back.
We brought it back. Thank you.
Give us your parting shot.
You can trust in Nellions Moving and Relocations Company. We offer one of the best moving services. With us, your goods will be safe. It will be a stress-free experience. What we'll do, once we get into your house, you don't have to touch anything. You don't have to help us pack anything. We'll take out everything, disassemble everything, And once you reach the new house, you'll just put it back the way it was, fold your clothes, arrange your kitchen, and put everything where it's supposed to be. Install your
Including
pictures.
folding of clothes.
Yeah, we do
Installing of pictures.
We do installing of pictures. We do set up your TV if it needs to be set up. Yeah, and everything shall be well. All you need to do is just go to your kitchen, cook up, and continue with your day as if nothing ever happened.
Magnificent. And the number is 0700 000
0002.
You only had it on Property Focus. And that's from a mover who's got a master's in criminology. I mean, how safe can your items be? Stay tuned. Now, our billboard's up next, then our materials profile, they're on after. Stay tuned. Now, welcome back. Hiring a moving company is the most important decision when you're moving out, not to mention also very expensive. Now, we've got one of the gurus here in Kenya. I'm sure you've seen one of these purple trucks driving around town. And we've got the CEO over here himself, Mr. Cosmas. Welcome to Property Focus.
Thank you, Peter.
Good, good. Tell us about yourself.
Thank you so much for having me in this show. I'm Cosmas Kamoyo, a Kenyan by birth and by education and by culture. But I have been in the industry for many years, starting with logistics.
And Cosmas, you've been doing this for 20 years now.
Yes, I've been in the industry for that long, yes.
In moving and relocating.
Yes.
Brilliant, brilliant. What need did you identify to just open up your own outfit?
First of all is that in the last 2 decades or so, we all know that our country has been experiencing economic growth year in, year out. And with that change came a lot of other changes in how we do a lot of other things in terms of services. You remember, for example, maybe 20 years ago, there are so many services in these towns that were not there, and they are there now. Mm-hmm. I felt that there was a need for us to bring at par the moving industry to the level that is desirable, with a fast-paced and discerning market and a growing middle class, and with the penetration of internet, people are literally living in what is called global village. So you know what happens in other countries and what you can get here, and why not in Kenya? Why should a Kenyan move with a pickup with their items hanging, or working with people who are not well trained, or people who are looking like they have no idea the sensitivity and the value of the items they handle for people, just because it's moving. So I thought it is important to make it a bit more professional and make it to go to the level whereby we can be considered to be nearly at the same level with the other markets, especially the developed countries.
And it's interesting to find out that you're also relocating experts. Were you taking the items from here to the mother countries, or?
Yeah, we actually do both. As a business, we are members of the International Association of Movers. We are also members of the British Association of Removers, actually the only Kenyan company in that league. And for that reason, we are able to do what is called door-to-door moving service to and from nearly any country in the world. So, but then that process requires collaboration with other partners, moving companies, like-minded moving companies, I would like to say. Mm-hmm. It also
within
requires,
the association.
Within the association, people who you can trust, people who you know. Some of them are people, in some countries, the executives are met because I attend moving conferences internationally and I meet these guys, and some of them are my friends now. So we are able to secure that clients' needs and clients' requirements foolproof from door to door. So it is both ways. If you want to move to Chicago, if you want to move from UK to here, if you want to go to South Africa or wherever, unless there is war, we are able to do that.
You mentioned earlier, I know before the interview, you even moved a car to another country.
Yes. In most countries, people relocating there are allowed actually to go with their vehicles. A car is considered as part of your personal effects. because you need for you and for your family. So we do relocate people with vehicles, and it's become very common of late. This year we have moved very many actually. But it has to go as a package for your personal effects. Even Kenyans coming home, they are allowed to bring in a car. If you are working outside the country for at least 2 years, you are allowed to bring that car tax-free to Kenya, and that's what happens in most countries. So we are always doing that, is moving people's vehicles as part of their personal effects in the process of relocating.
What makes Nellions the very best? What makes Nellions stand out?
I think first is that we are very, very committed to what we do. Moving is the only business we know. We don't try to juggle with all other things. If anything we are doing does not make us a better mover or enhance our position in terms of the moving business, we won't touch, because we believe that is our main thing. So that focus is very, very helpful. And in that process, that's why we have come up with other ideas like the Nellions Academy, which is our training arm, whereby we train our employees. We have a curriculum for training movers that teaches on many, many skills that a mover should have. And that has been actually the key thing of this company. We are the only company that can openly shout and say, we have a formal and an organized system of training people how to, or home moves, or even office moves needs to be done, and we certify them, we check them, we train them, we examine. Sometimes I also give lectures and teach and give at the academy, because it is very, 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 very important.
Hi, I'm Shalini Bala Lucas. I'm a podcaster, radio presenter, and author and mindfulness teacher. I'm so happy to be here to tell you about what a wonderful service we got from Nellions. They moved us to this beautiful house. From the moment I got a call from them to set the date of moving, to the time they left here at the end of a very long day, they were just so efficient, so helpful, and I can't recommend them enough. They definitely went that extra mile, down to moving us on a Friday, and then on Monday they come in just to hang the pictures and mirrors up. That was the kind of attention to detail we got. They had a team of 8 people, and every single one of them was positive, happy, and helpful. Nellions really is a fantastic moving company, and I highly recommend them.
Hi everyone, I'm Mover Caroline. I've been working with Nellions for now 3 years. First of all, I'm a champion of housekeeping. If you want to a perfect setting up in the kitchen, maybe in the master bedroom, any of the rooms, I'm the best.
Hi, I'm Mover Joram. I work for Nellions Moving and Relocations as a lead captain and also as a driver. In school I did science laboratory technology, so that means by profession I'm a science laboratory technician, but nowadays I do moving. One thing I love about Nellions is they give opportunity to people. We have an academy at our company where you get to learn more skills. When I came to Nellions, I was not a driver, but I got an opportunity to train as a driver. So that means I transit clients' goods from point A to point B. That has given me exposure to go through our country and also in East Africa. I've traveled a lot.
And there you have it, all about moving. I'm telling you, these guys are phenomenal. Leave alone the furniture and everything. These guys will pick your nails from your previous house and take it to the new house, set it up, your whole accent wall, without lifting a finger. It's absolutely amazing. And not even gender biased. They've got men and women all alike doing this. This has been Property Focus. Most delightful. I've been your host, Peter and Gigi. Remember, for more property matters, tune in to the same place, same time.